Greetings. As an internetpreneur, you pour your passion, time, and expertise into crafting the perfect pitch, whether it's for a partnership, a client, or a media opportunity. So, how do you genuinely handle the crushing feeling of deflation when that pitch is met with silence? Or worse, an outright rejection? The pain point we must address is the intensely personal sting of outreach rejection, a feeling so potent it can trigger a complete paralysis, making you want to stop putting yourself out there altogether. The inescapable reality of rejection sensitivity. Outreach, by its very nature, is an act of profound professional vulnerability. We are not just sending an email, we are putting our best ideas, our carefully curated business proposition, and often our sense of professional identity on the line. When the response is a hard no, or even more common and psychologically taxing, no response at all, it can feel devastating. This triggers a powerful chain reaction. The mind interprets the outcome as a personal rejection of our worth, the quality of our work, or the viability of our business. This is fertile ground for the insidious seeds of imposter syndrome to grow, making the prospect of trying again feel overwhelming and leading to hesitation and retreat. To succeed, we must develop a mental framework that recognizes this vulnerability without being consumed by it. The mindful solution: decoupling self worth from the outcome. The core of the mindful solution is a practice of radical acceptance and detachment. Decouple the outcome of any single pitch from your intrinsic self worth and the value of your business. This is not about building a shield of indifference, it's about cultivating wisdom. It involves understanding on a fundamental level that rejection is an absolutely normal, statistically probable, and necessary part of the business development and sales process. Viewing rejection not as a judgment, but as mere data allows you to refine your approach, not as a personal reason to quit. And you can do so with these mindful practical steps. Mindful practical step one: the transformative power of reframing. Reframe a no as a not yet or not a fit right now. A rejection is exceedingly rare. A I don't like how that's written. It's rare that a rejection is a personal slight. It is almost always related to external factors. It could be timing. The prospect is overwhelmed, launching their own major project, or maybe even about to go on vacation. It could also be fit. Your offering, while excellent, does not perfectly align with their current strategic priorities or budget cycle. And then finally, there may be capacity. The gatekeeper simply does not have the capacity to take on a new partnership or project at this moment. The mindful action: acknowledge the response or lack thereof with professionalism. If a rejection is given, practice gratitude. Genuinely thank them for their consideration and for saving you time by being direct. Most importantly, do not burn the bridge. Instead, add them to a segmented nurture list. This list is for gentle, long term relationship building. Follow up in the future with high value content, a piece of research, a successful case study, a relevant industry insight, and a non pressuring check in, perhaps 3 to 6 months down the line. You're planting a seed, not demanding an immediate harvest. And that leads to mindful practical step two: conducting a neutral post mortem for growth. When you receive a definitive rejection or notice a pattern of silence, resist the urge to go and spiral into self criticism. Instead, dedicate Messed that up. Instead, dedicate a short, defined period, maybe 15 to 20 minutes, to conducting a neutral post mortem. This must be an objective, calm review, free of emotional rhetoric. And your key analytic questions: one, personalization. How specific was the pitch to their business? Did it go beyond a template? Did you mention a recent win or project of theirs? Two, value clarity. Was the core benefit or transformation you offer immediately clear? Did they have to work to figure out WIIFM? What's in it for me? Then there's three, targeting. Was the pitch sent to the right person? Were you pitching the CEO when you should have been pitching the director of marketing, or vice versa? And finally, four, format and length. Was the pitch concise and easy to read? Did you respect their time? The mindful outcome, the goal is not to find fault, but to extract one single actionable piece of constructive feedback to improve your very next outreach attempt. Perhaps the subject line was too vague, or the call to action was muddled. Isolate that one point, improve it in your primary template, and move on. This transforms the rejection from a barrier into a building block, which leads to embracing detachment in the outreach ecosystem. Embracing detachment is the ultimate act of professional self care. It means achieving a state of inner knowing that your inherent value, your skills, and the integrity of your business proposition are constant and unaffected by a single response, positive or negative. Outreach must be understood as a numbers game tempered by quality. You will experience a certain percentage of yeses, a percentage of no's, and a large percentage of silence. By releasing the emotional attachment to each of these individual outcomes, you empower yourself to persist with greater resilience, efficiency, and emotional stability. This persistence is what eventually cuts through the noise and finds the right yeses, the perfect fits for your business. Detachment frees you from the emotional roller coaster, allowing you to focus on volume, quality refinement, and consistency. So, in closing, how will you mindfully reframe your next inevitable rejection? Will you let it stop you? Or will you use it as clean, valuable data to strengthen your next move? If you're committed to building your outreach resilience and want to cultivate a more detached, successful approach to business development, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights from the Mindful Internetpreneur. Thank you for watching and engaging with this crucial aspect of business growth. Stay mindful.